Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever, whenever you guys are. Hey, it's been a while. I know I've been gone for a minute. Now I'm back with the jump off. So I wind up joining a game jam, the Metroidvania, not the Metroidvania, the RPG themed game jam. And at first, I was going to make an RPG with a battle system that was like Odin Sphere. So technically, or better yet, a battle system like Grand Blue Rising story mode. But I decided not to go with the side scroll. I decided I want something a little bit more 3D. So instead of just talking about it, I want to show you guys. So we'll start with this one with the bleak sword. Let me turn the volume down. Bam. So primarily what I want with this is I wanted a 3D space like this and how you can run around and deal with characters and enemies. Only thing is this is more like a Zelda game in 3D and like 2.5D, I guess. I didn't want the Zelda like you attack up, you attack down. I wanted more like a side-scrolling type of attack, so like a beat 'em up. So this, but beat 'em up style. Um, but I also like how the trees and the props and everything kind of stands out on the stage. So like as an RPG, like this would be the combat battle room, and after you win, you go, get your stats, get your collectibles from the match, and then you go back to the world map. So here's another look at it, like right. So I just feel like this would be a lot better than kind of a 2D side scrolling. So this game is more into what I'm kind of going for. Only thing is, this doesn't have aerial, like air attacks, aerial raids, or low attacks. So this again, this is kind of like a Zelda setup, just more combat-y. As far as the combats is all of it is drawn left and right like a beat 'em up. So there is no attacking up and attacking like down like Zelda. You can swipe up, swipe down, swipe left, swipe right type of thing. Um, it's left and right. But when you run, you can run up, run down. Like it has the animations for that, but the fighting is side scroll. So I love that aspect about it. So I wanted this with more like air combat and crouching lows and I wanted the Final Fantasy 7 team switch, the Final Fantasy 7 rebirth to be able to switch teams and the ATB gauge, like with everything slows down for you to pick a magic attack, something special like that, or etc. Um, let's go to the next one. So yeah, like you can see how the team switches. Or I want this more so like on a 2D and see the air raid and everything like that. Yeah, and then right here, Blaze Blue Entropy Effect. This is the combat system, like as far as fighting, the combat goes. Even as the progression, I want the progression system as well because I plan on having in the RPG, I plan on having random dungeons that pop up, and in those dungeons is basically a roguelike mode. You go in and you'll get a progression at the end. You get some progressions and you come out, and then etc. So, and these will only be things that you can get through the dungeon. But as far as combat goes, 。 Yep, this type of combat in a Star Ocean Second Sun environment. I think it would be extremely dope. So let's get to what I got. So first thing I gotta do, cause I kind of messed myself up. I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call it Block 3D. All right. Now I'm about to go back into Hitbox, and keeping all of this. Uh, uh, See, I did too much. See, all I want is this. And this. All I want is this and this. We can actually delete this. And we can delete this. And we should be good. So this is what we have. And I am using, let me go ahead and get it so I can show them some love. So I am using this here. So if you go to this video here at GameMaker.com, you can actually, you can just download the project, and it does a good explanation on pretty much on everything, on how everything is going on. So yeah, etc., etc. That's where we're at. Now the only thing about the project is this is great for a Zelda game, but as far as platform or anything like this, like you jump and you want to get into, because right now, like, see how I'm under the coins, and I'm not getting the coins on his project. Like if you were to do that, then even if I'm under it, I'll automatically make the collision and collect the coin, because the coin is technically on the floor. It's not actually up in the air. It's just being drawn up in the air. So I had to create sort of checks. Here's the coin, where it pretty much checks if I'm high enough or low enough to get these coins. Now I first did it with this because I mainly wanted to do it with hit boxes and hurt boxes, because right now technically we are colliding. Even when we're not colliding, we're still colliding, because even though it looks like I'm drawing in game, it looks like I'm jumping. In game, I'm actually not jumping. I'm not jumping at all. I'm colliding with this object. This is a fake 3D. This is fakeness going on here. So what we do is put up some checks, and now we have hit boxes. I can see if it doesn't start until the bottom of my. Now let's raise this up a little bit, right? Let's say negative 100. That should be good. because my sprite is 99. So no more collision. So if that was a hitbox up there, even though we're colliding, it won't register until, yeah, you see? When my head, when the top of my collision box enters into the zone. So if this was my hurt, right now I'm using my collision box, but I'm gonna replace that with a hurt box that would just follow everywhere I go. But if my hurt box enters the hitbox zone, bam, we can register this as an attack. And that is pretty much everything we need. And now everything that I know how to do in 2D, I can go ahead and apply it here in 3D and combat and collectibles. And the only thing I'm doing now is applying this logic here to platforms and objects to where we can stand on top of it and create objects like bridges and platforms and things of that nature. And then after that, it's pretty much I need to get the camera system working get the camera system in, and then work on the combat system. Once you get the combat system going, that goes as far as like movement and like wall slides and jumps and rolls and dodges and flight and things of that nature. And yeah, this is going to be a fun project. And I'm also going to turn it into a fighting game where I'm going to fix everybody on 2 axes so you won't be able to go up and down. It's just be like a classic left and right. So that way I can just create like crazy stages and have all the fights here. And this RPG, I am going to create a versus mode within this RPG. So like basically a 2D arena fighter, I guess. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting. And then for fun, once I get it all good and going, right before I like start building the game, the RPG game, once I get all the systems and the mechanics and everything, and all I'm worried about is art and story and sounds and stuff like that, I'm going to switch the or like copy it and so that way I can continue working on it. But I want to make something else for fun. I want to kind of proof of concept 2 things. One, I want to turn this. I want to give this like a Call of Duty type of mode, where it's like team deathmatch, nomination, and stuff like that, and actually make it where you running through levels and whatnot. Um, Second thing I want to do is create a boomer shooter, first person shooter, and have them fight. So you gotta do like special dodges or whatever to dodge bullets. But I haven't thought about that one all the way through. But I'm gonna get to it. So that being said, thank you for joining me. It's just a short video, so devlog. Just wanted to kind of update everybody on what's going on, what I got going on, and what to look out for. So catch you on the next devlog. Hopefully we'll have some platforms going and the movement will be better. Because once we get platform collisions and stuff like that, we can do like upstairs things. Probably after that, maybe I should do the camera now. Nah, I'll do the platforms because since I'm same logic, working with the same logic, then I'll do the camera, and then we'll work out the movement, and then go right into combat. All right. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys on next time.